When we say the word crowdfunding, we don't mean one thing. There are different models of crowdfunding, and it's important to understand the difference between them. The common thread across all models is that the crowd or people out there contribute small sums to achieve a certain goal of a fundraising effort. But the way to achieve that differs in each model. So most of the money is raised through investment crowdfunding, and that can be divided into two main types. One is equity. In equity, you receive an ownership stake for the money that you invest. You can invest in a company and get shares, or you can invest in a future revenue or profit sharing arrangement. You can invest in real estate, and you can invest in community shares, such as in cooperatives. A different model is a lending based, and that is the biggest and most substantial model all over the world, by far. Here, it's traditional loans, but the source of the funding comes from the crowd, from people like me and you. This comes in the form of peer-to-peer lending, person-to-person lending, and can go into different purposes. It could go into supporting businesses in business lending, property lending into real estate and property development, or into consumer lending to replace other sources of consumer loans. The difference is that for the money that you will give, you will receive that money back plus an interest within a set time frame. So, in a certain way, this bypasses traditional intermediaries of loans in the sense that you, the source of the money, actually get the interest rates which you don't receive elsewhere. An additional type that has been growing very fast in the recent years is invoice trading. And in invoice trading, it's not about getting a new money that you wouldn't have received otherwise, but just to help companies with their cash flow. So a company is able to trade their invoice or money they are supposed to receive in the future for a smaller, slightly smaller amount of money today, and the gap between these sums is the profit that investors can make. A much smaller sum, but probably the most famous form of crowdfunding, is non-investment crowdfunding. And this comes either in the form of reward or donation. When we talk about reward crowdfunding, basically for the money that you give, you are pre-purchasing a product and will receive a product or service in the future which is not fully developed today. In donation, people who contribute donations do not expect any tangible return on that money, but they do feel the joy and the accomplishment in contributing to something that they're very passionate about and hope to see happen, and usually involves non-profit, social causes, environmental causes that people might be burning for.